Rising out from the sea like a creature from a science fiction film, the abandoned Mansell Fort of Redsand is one of Britain's great forgotten places. In 1943, during the height of World War II, the 7 towers were ferried out into the Thames estuary and sunk into the shallow seabed, where armed with gun turrets, searchlights and over 200 soldiers, they protected London from the Luftwaffe's air raids and bombing campaigns. Approachable only by an hour's boat journey from the coast, few people know about Redsand and fewer still get to explore the towers. We found out about Project Redsand, a volunteer organisation who have taken on the daunting task of restoring the towers to their former glory. So we got in touch and they invited us to join them on one of their work days. Redsand was designed as a temporary structure to only last the war and remained unused until the early 60s, when aspiring DJs and counterculture rebels headed out into the Thames estuary, occupying boats and abandoned forts to form Britain's first pirate radio stations.
The 60s generation was coming along. There was Carnaby Street, there was all the pop music was going, lots of new bands. The only things were around the light programme, the home service, and there was very little pop music played, in fact probably 1 hour a week. Caroline came along in 64 and opened a new revolution, 24-hour-a-day music, pop music.
Why did it stop? Was it the kind of... It was the change in law, is that right?
It was. 1967 came about and the government were desperate to get pirates off the air, and they decided that what they would do is change the estuary into a bay area, and then it became the Cyber Territorial Waters.
After the pirate broadcasters were evicted, Redsand began its slow decay. The walkways connecting the towers crumbled into the sea, and besides passing ships, the towers faded into a distant memory. It wasn't until early in the 21st century, when a group of military, radio and engineering enthusiasts joined together to form Project Redsand, that a concerted effort to preserve and restore the towers began. We wanted to find out what brought the teams back to the towers time and time again, so we headed down to the lower landing deck to see some of the work they were doing.
Nigel, would you mind telling me what you guys are currently up to?
Well, basically what we're going to do is sling the timber there, hold it on the block and chain hoist, get it out in position, slide it down in the steel channel that you can see there.
And this is just to give more stability to a docking, just to make it easier to get the boat here in the future?
It's so that when the boat comes alongside, he's rubbing against wood as opposed to rubbing against the steel channel.
How many of you guys professional engineers, professional builders?
We have got some people, we've got people that are SRT qualified as well, so they can do the rope work. Steve over the side there, he's a climber. There's a couple of other people here that are as well. So everything's sort of done with people that know what they're doing. And then there's other people that are just the muscle.
With the wind picking up, the wooden fender was quickly secured, and we made a hasty retreat before it became too dangerous to reboard the boat. There is no clear end in sight for the restoration of one tower, let alone the entire fort. Yet by returning to the towers time and time again, to work on them, photograph them and to post about their progress online, the volunteers of Project Redsand are keeping the memory of the fort and all of their past occupants, from soldiers to DJs, alive for future generations.
Part of the interest for me is these were designed to last the war, and that was it. So 5-10 years tops. And we're now, 75 plus years later, and
they have stood the test of time.
They're still here.
What draws you back to this place? Is it the radio history? Is it the location?
It's the radio history. It's been in my life, I suppose, for a long while, looking, watching, listening, and it was a great opportunity to come and visit. These are really the last ones that are left, and they're still there. 70 years on. It stands the test of time. They'll get there. I probably won't see it, but they'll get there in the end.